Hello, this is Angelo, and we are here with the first review of the Game Has Changed event and, of course, the priming for day 2. Wasn't day 1 amazing? What about Dean's presentation? What about Tony's? We're going to talk about so many things right now, but first of all, as always, I would like to thank you for being here and congratulate you for being here. You know how easy it is to get distracted. You know how easy it is to get derailed from the path towards the happiness and success you desire. But you are here. It is amazing. And also, you want to congratulate yourself as well. So pat yourself in the back right now and say a big bravo to you for being here. Also, I want to remind you to switch off your phones, or at least have all notifications off, because for the next 30 minutes or so, you want to be fully present here and not just for the priming that we will be doing here. This is just the warm-up. We want to set ourselves for an amazing success at day 2 of Game Has Changed event, meaning you want to be fully ready mentally and emotionally. And if you are not focused right here, right now, this will never gonna happen. Of course, you're more than welcome to keep notes, but always remember that you can do that later on while going through the replay. All you want to do right now is focus entirely on you, on developing, on upgrading yourself. And last but not least, I want to remind you that we have crossed the point of no return, meaning that the only outcome from now on that you allow in your consciousness is you landing happily and safely at your desired destination, having achieved your ideal goal. How do you feel? The question that I begin with every single masterclass, and the question that you want to be asking yourself many times during the day, simply because the better you feel, the better your present is, the better the quality of your life right now is, and also the more energy you have towards achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. And of course, always remember that we have set a thermostat here, and that is the state of happy and unstoppable. And if we are not at that state, we do some exercises, and I will give you some today. We will upgrade the priming. If you were with us yesterday, it will be like an upgraded version today, because I want you to see how easy it is for you to upgrade your emotions in real time. So always remember, everything is easier from a happy and unstoppable state. And I want to remind you once again that you don't need success to be happy, but you do need happiness in order to be truly and authentically successful. Once again, I want to remind you that today is about you. It's not about me. It's not about Tony or Dean. It's not about Game Has Changed event. It's about you. It's about realizing that the only thing that has to change is you, and then everything will change for you. You are your game changer. Let me repeat that. You are your game changer. This is it. If you upgrade yourself, your whole life and business will be upgraded. It's a mathematical fact. So always remember that the time, as Tony Robbins said about what Warren Buffett said, the best investment is in yourself. Invest right now. You're investing your time in you, in the next level of yourself. Also, I want to remind you once again that you are enough, and the inner gifts, the gifts that you have within, are valuable, and it is time for you to share them with the world. So what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? You went up. It's like taking the elevator and you went up a bit, right? But Angelo, what are you talking about? What do you mean I went up? And what I'm talking about is, it is better to see something, that we can actually see, because it's not possible for us to say, okay, I looked within and I am 3.5% better than I was yesterday, right? It's not easy. But if you have something visual, it is much easier for you to realize. And I want to give you a very simple but very powerful example. So let's just say right now that you are outside of the Empire State Building in New York. This is all you see. like a small fraction of New York. New York is there, but you don't see it. All you see is like a couple of roads around the Empire State Building, and that's about it. And if you stay there, you will not know anything else. But what if you walked into the Empire State Building and took the elevator and went up to the roof? Now, this is what you see. Now, this is what you perceive of the world. And yes, you might say that Tony is on that roof. Dean is on that roof, right? So what I want to tell you about this is the higher your consciousness, the easier it is for you to achieve anything that you want. Simply because you know more now. You can make better decisions. You can decide which webinar or which event to watch or which course to take or whatever. Who to partner with, it is much clearer to you now because you can see a much better portion of the world. You have a better insight. So, why review? Why we want to review what happened yesterday? Angelo, it's just like a day later. I almost remember everything, but we are reviewing because repetition upgrades your operating system. You don't want to know something and have it, like hidden somewhere in the background of your consciousness. You want every single part, every good insight that you got yesterday, you want it to be part of your operating system. You want to be operating from that state. Tony Robbins is not saying, I know this stuff. No, he walks the talk, right? So if you see him on a daily basis operating, doing business, you will see him doing capitalizing on the advice that he is giving us, right? This is what you want to do also. So what really happened yesterday? And this is something that I want you to ponder on for a couple of minutes. What really happened yesterday is that you worked, as I told you before, it's all about you. You worked with Tony, you worked with Dean, you worked with me for about 3 hours time, right? Now, let me ask you this. What if you worked with us for about 3 months? Wouldn't that be like a game changer compared to working with us only for 3 hours? So on one hand, you have like 3 hours. On the other hand, you have like 3 months of almost working, like with Tony, Dean, and myself for like every single day. Okay? So which one is stronger? The latter, right? 3 months is much stronger than working on yourself for 3 hours. This is what most people do. This is the mistake that most people do. As Dean Graziosi said yesterday, most people would double. They would go to a webinar, watch, like having popcorn and maybe like a soda or something for a couple of hours, and that's it. But if you start with repetition, working on the same principles, the same success principles, almost every single day, it starts becoming part of your operating system. And as I told you yesterday, I want to use one book to couple each day's message. So today I chose Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. So what's the title? Millionaire Success what? Habits. It's not like millionaire success thing that you do once and forget about it, right? It's not like getting rich quick something. It's millionaire success habits. And the habits are the things that actually get you there. As FM Alexander used to say, you don't choose your future. You choose your habits, and your habits choose your future. So let's review day one. First of all, Dean said, we know we are meant for more. This is the one thing that we all have in common. Yesterday, when we were there, why were we there? Because we felt within that we are meant for more. maybe there is something missing yet that we don't have, like a key to unlock the door, but we are meant for more. And now, he also said that actually, for you to create a message, it is, and like to communicate yourself, doing, like what you want to be doing is easy. It's all you have to do is like present yourself. I help this person with that. And for me, this was a humongous challenge in the beginning, simply because I was trying to overcomplicate everything, thinking that this was the way to present myself as more successful. But of course, this is definitely not the way. So keep it simple. Now, Tony said, focus creates feeling, right? So what you focus on expands. And the focus that you have right now on a certain thing helps you develop a certain feeling. Now, this feeling could be a serving one, it could be not. What you want to do right now is to make sure that what you focus on, the thoughts that you focus on, are the ones that are serving to you, the ones that elevate your consciousness and your emotional state. He also said the story about his father and that stranger who brought some food on Thanksgiving Day. And you know what? This is what I felt when I created my daily source of inspiration back in January 1st, 2015. I didn't know about that. But when I got started writing one email every single day, and some of you have been with me like from the very beginning, you know what? I didn't know these people. I just felt the need to be of value to others because I got help back when I was struggling in 2008. And now I had the insights. I knew there is a better way. I knew I could elevate my emotional state. I knew I could find a solution if simply I had a bit more patience and persistence. And if I was a bit more effective on my daily actions. So now, January 1st, 2015, I said, you know what? I have to share this with this world. Actually, it was October 24th, 2014 that I woke up. Like it was because I jotted down in my notebook. So some of you might have seen the picture. I will show you later on. It's a small picture, but you will see it. But I jot down 2:43 a.m. I have this amazing inspiration right now, and I want to make like one daily sort of inspiration every single day and all these things. And this became a reality. And January 1st, 2015, I got started. And I was sending, and in the first, it was like a dozen of people, and then like 100, and then thousands. And you know what? Most of these people I never met, but it was that feeling I had to be there for them every single morning. And also, just to give you like a brief overview of how this is coupled with what Dean was talking about yesterday, imagine my effort to create one daily shot of inspiration, right? So, because I am also from Greece, and you might know that in ancient Greece, of course, we had these marbles, right, that they would carve messages on. I'm not doing that every day. I'm just typing on my laptop, and I press send. And regardless of whether one person or 1 million people read it, the effort I put is the same. This is what I was talking about yesterday about leveraging technology, leveraging what is there for you. So next, Tony also said something amazing that Jim Rohn told him, right? I am not your bank. So when Tony wanted help from Jim Rohn to attend his event for this, what was it, like $35, I think? He wouldn't loan him that money. And you know what? There is an amazing hidden message in that. Because you might say, and Dean would make an offer today, and you might say, you know what? I wish that number was smaller so that I could afford it. You know what? When I went to UPW back in 2009, what I told you about yesterday, the story I told you about yesterday, I had $0. I borrowed the money to buy the ticket for the event, to buy the airplane ticket, to pay for the hotel, even for the couple of muffins that I had there and some coffee. I had to borrow all the money. You know why? Because I made the right decision before that. I was committed. I wasn't there to double. I wasn't there, like to have some fun and see, like Tony Robbins motivating 1,200 people. It was back then, not 12,000 or 15,000 or even 50,000 that it is now in the virtual events. So why am I telling you this? As Jim Rohn used to say, don't wish it was easier. Ask you were better. Don't wish for things to be easier. Ask for you to become stronger, because when you are stronger, nothing is an obstacle to you. Everything becomes easier. And most people choose the easy road, and they find out later on that it is the hard road. And if you choose a bit harder road in the beginning, you will find out that it is the easier road, actually. So next, the only thing you need to succeed is hunger. This is what Tony Robbins said. And as you might have read my daily sort of inspiration today, this could be like an exaggeration, but it is not. Because when you're truly hungry, when you have a burning desire, when you have your vision is so clear and so compelling that it makes you jump off bed in the morning and go about your business, you know that you will find the answers. This is what Tony Robbins meant. So when you're hungry, you will find the way. The easier, the stronger the why, the easier the how. And also Tony said, add more value. And I want to point out a distinction here. Value is subjective. So I might say, oh, I am so cool right now. My presentation is amazing. Look at all these slides that I have made for you. But you know what? It's all a matter of how you see it. If you don't like my presentation, you are right. I am not right, because you are the receiver of that value, and it is always up to you to decide. So always remember, this is why today is such an important day for you. And what Dean will be talking about today, this is something that I have been struggling for years. Because I thought, oh, my message is so cool. Why not more people are signing up for it? And the answer was simple. I wasn't using my marketing in a way to actually demonstrate that value to more people. So people didn't know. It is as if you're in a very small village in some like deserted corner here in Greece, and you ask yourself, why don't people like from the US or the UK or Australia, why aren't they coming here? And I remember back in 2019, before COVID hit and all the seminars were canceled, right? I had my last live seminar there. And there was one woman that came from Australia to Greece for the event. It was fascinating to me. And you know what? It doesn't have to be now, because more people are accustomed to have like these virtual events. And it is much more important for you to remind yourself that things have become easy. You can leverage technology, you can convey your message, but you need to articulate it in a way that demonstrates the value that you offer. And Tony talked about also the state, story, strategy, the three S's that actually most people will start with strategy, and they will like go through YouTube videos to find new tactics for Facebook ads and things like that. And they're not in the right state. They're in the losing state, and they wonder why they keep losing. What you can do is shift that and start from taking care of your state first. This is the game changer. This is why I'm so passionate about helping you elevate your emotional state before we do anything else. This is why I am here presenting to you before we all become students for Dean, as he will be taking over in about 40 minutes time, right? So yesterday, day one, in the very beginning, Dean said that we are here, we all have something in common, right? We know we are meant for more. I want to upgrade that sentence a bit, and I want to tell you that you are set for more right now. Because of what has happened yesterday, you are set for more. As I said before, it is as if you went up a few levels at the Empire State Building and now you can see more. Now, what that means to you is that since you are set for more, you have more inner power now, you have more insights as to what it is available to you. Now you know what? You know that your decisions matter because yesterday you took the right decision and you attended, you played 100%, you were fully there, fully participating on day one. And now you can make the same decision and be at day two and be fully there. So now you know that the decisions you make today will affect your future. And you remember the golf course example with the 18 holes that Tony Robbins said yesterday. And look how I started back in 2008, struggling, thinking I was a failure, facing bankruptcy, like a few days or hours away from bankruptcy, but I took the right decisions. And I made some changes in my life. Actually, it felt like it was automatic because I made the right decision in the very beginning. And like last year, I was invited by Dean at Mastermind headquarters in where Dean is presenting from today as well. So I got invited there simply because I have reached another level of success, and simply because that decision that I took in the very beginning, like, compounded in a completely different state and a completely different daily routine attitude. So always remember, your decisions matter. The decisions that you make today will affect the level of happiness and success that you have 10 years from now. And this is what you want to remind yourself every single day. So let's prime ourselves for day two. Let's go back to yesterday's priming. What we did yesterday was, first of all, I reminded you that you have to accept fully where you are right now, regardless if you like it or not. It's math. It's not drama. You don't have to participate in the drama of your life. You have to participate in the math of your life. Like, I am so many kilos or pounds overweight, or I owe that much money. Okay? All these things are something that you can work on. But if you're in what we call a drama state, in a stress mode, rather than a happy and unstoppable mode, you feel that your hands are tied up. You feel that you don't have any ideas, anything to work on. You don't have a positive outlook for the future. Number two, you need a clear and compelling destination, right? Something to focus on. And number three, what we said yesterday is that you need the right beliefs, to believe in yourself, to believe that what you want can actually be achieved, right? And now you might say, you know what, Angelo? Yes, I get you, these 3 points, yeah? But the distance from the, deciding on a goal and believing on a goal is huge for me right now. I've had some failures, and right now I'm at a point in my life where I don't feel confident, like from 1 to 10, 10 being like happy and unstoppable, 1 being, completely out of self-confidence. I would be like a 2 right now, Angelo. And I don't see how I can upgrade that. Let me give you some insights then. Number 1, forgiveness. And as I said before, today is about you. So let's just focus entirely on yourself right now. So what you want to say to yourself right now, I cannot hear you, but I know that you have committed to playing 100%. What you want to say to yourself right now is that I forgive myself completely for everything that happened up until now in my life. I forgive myself sincerely, completely, and irrevocably, meaning that you cannot take it back, for all the mistakes that I've made in the past, and I'm ready for a new chapter in my life. Next is love. And again, we focus on you, so you focus on self-love right now. And yes, us men want to feel more macho about all these things, but it would be of great value to you to just give yourself a hug right now and say to yourself, feel it. I love you. I love you. And I will do my best for you. I will do my best to see my super self in the mirror. I, Angelo, will do my very best to one day see Super Angelo in the mirror. It is a game changer. Last but not least, you want gratitude, and a simple rampage of gratitude could like completely change the game of your emotional state. And I like to begin with things that are very simple, like I am grateful for the air that I breathe, right? I mean, without it, I wouldn't be alive in a couple of minutes' time, and we wouldn't be having that amazing conversation. I am also grateful for the amazing air conditioning that I have right now. We're in a heat wave here in Athens, Greece. Um, uh, of course, grateful for technology that connects us together, even though I am in Greece and you are in various cities around the world. I'm grateful for the fact that right now, what the version of Angelo that is talking to you is the worst one that I will allow for the rest of my life, because I have created the habit of sleeping better than I woke up. I am grateful again for your participation. You are the reason that I am becoming creative. You are the reason that I'm doing my best right now, and so many other things. And now we are ready emotionally. We have primed ourselves for what I told you yesterday. I believe is the most effective action you can take every single day. And that is the happy landing exercise, where you see and feel yourself at your destination. It is something that you want to practice more and more, because you want to make yourself comfortable with the level of success that you desire. You want to be comfortable with the level of success that you desire. Don't think of yourself, like I think of $1 million. I think from $1 million. What does $1 million feel? What does it feel to have it in my bank account, or have like revenue of $1 million or profits of $1 million? How does it feel? So you don't think of the future, you think from the future. You teleport there and you see your life from there. So once again, as yesterday, I want us to do like a very brief version of this happy landing exercise, because this is the best way to make something part of your operating system. Not talking about it, but actually doing it, right? So if what you're doing does not require your sight right now, if you're not driving or anything, just close your eyes for a little bit and take a slow, deep breath to clear your mind and relax. And now take another deep breath. Great. And now imagine that you enter a time capsule and you set the time and date in the future for the end of this year. And you press go. And guess what? A few seconds later, you're there. And you look around and many things are different. Because you know what? You do have a digital product business. And you know what? It is successful. And you know what? Your laptop is open right now. And you see that you have just crossed the 1 million mark in your digital product launch. How does that feel right now? How does that feel right now? Name these emotions. What are you feeling right now? What does it make you feel to know that you have just crossed the 1 million mark in your digital product launch? Focus on that feeling. Hold that feeling. Hold that thought. Hold that image. Now, open your eyes. If you've done this exercise yesterday, you will feel that it has become more accessible to you. It is as if now you know whereabout in your radio station you have to attune yourself to listen to the music that you love. And as I told you yesterday, the only music that you hear is at the station that you are attuned. So by attuning yourself to the level of success that you desire, by replicating this happy landing exercise, this feeling becomes more accessible to you, and you start priming yourself for that level of success. And now, you know what? I want to remind you once again that your inner gifts are valuable, that you are enough, and now you are ready for day 2 of the Game Has Changed event. You are ready. You are mentally and emotionally ready. Your warm-up is done, and you're ready for Dean Graziosi. Before I leave, I want to remind you that you want to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know tomorrow you get the notification for our priming like 1 hour before we go live at day 3 of Game Has Changed event. And also I want to remind you, I have left the link in the chat. You want to sign up at our dedicated Facebook group, because this is where you can ask all your questions, where you can have your questions answered. And now you're ready to join Dean live at Game Has Changed event day number 2. Once again, I will pop the link here so that it is accessible to you. And I want to congratulate you once again for being fully present with me. Thank you for your participation, and I wish you an amazing day 2. I will see you tomorrow with a review of day 2 and to prime ourselves for day 3 of Game Has Changed event. Have an amazing day and make the most of it. Ciao, ciao.